There it goes.
In North Carolina, 5 homes collapsed on September 30th on the Outer Banks as a direct result of the strong waves generated by Hurricanes Humberto and Imelda. The uninhabited homes could not withstand the onslaught of the waves and collapsed within minutes. The National Park Service has confirmed that no injuries have been reported. The collapse of these structures occurred in the community of Buxton, within the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. 3 homes were located on Cottage Avenue and 2 on Tower Circle Road, all built on stilts facing the Atlantic Ocean. The combination of high tide and the impact of the waves caused them to quickly give way. According to the National Park Service, the collapses occurred within a 45-minute period during the afternoon, while another home in the same area had fallen into the sea on September 16th. With these new collapses, the number of homes destroyed on the Outer Banks in just over 5 years now totals 17. Debris spread across the coastline. Wood, glass, furniture, and appliances were swept out to sea, creating additional hazards for boaters and beachgoers. Wave heights on September 30th were estimated at between 2.5 and 3.5 meters, according to the National Weather Service in Morehead City. These conditions have been classified as extremely dangerous due to the force of the breaking waves. Local authorities have confirmed that this is an ongoing incident. The strong surf will persist for several days, increasing the possibility that other homes in the area will suffer structural damage or collapse completely. For safety reasons, access to Buxton Beach has been closed. Warnings have been issued for visitors and residents to avoid the collapsed area and to observe the restrictions imposed along the coastline. NC Highway 12 has also been closed on Ocracoke Island due to sea encroachment on the roadway. The North Carolina Department of Transportation has indicated that traffic in that area is dangerous and will remain suspended until further notice. According to the National Park Service, when a home collapses into the sea, it creates high-risk conditions. Construction materials, broken glass, and heavy objects float in the water, increasing the danger to those approaching the area. On the Outer Banks, coastal erosion and wave action have created an increasingly frequent collapse scenario. Although some mitigation projects have been implemented in populated areas, homes built too close to the sea remain vulnerable. The National Weather Service has warned that surf will continue to be dangerous throughout the week. Storm surges could cause additional coastal flooding in low-lying and fragile sections of the coastline. On Ocracoke Island, flooding levels of 60 to 90 centimeters, 2 to 3 feet, above ground level are expected, with a possibility of even higher accumulations in some areas due to persistent waves. Authorities have recommended extreme caution along the entire Outer Banks coastline south of Buxton. The forecast indicates that conditions will not improve immediately. Several oceanfront homes have reportedly had to be evacuated in recent years due to the risk of collapse. Some residents have noted that the current debris is so large that it is difficult to distinguish which home belongs to which fragments. The simultaneous presence of Hurricanes Humberto and Imelda has been a determining factor in the magnitude of the swells. Although neither system will make landfall on the east coast of the United States, their interaction in the open ocean has generated large waves. Imelda has become the ninth named storm of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, while Humberto has attained major hurricane status. Both systems have intensified dangerous maritime conditions off North Carolina.
There it goes.
In this context, the Outer Banks are once again exposed to the effects of storm surges that, while not directly impacting, cause significant damage through storm surges. Coastal flooding warnings will remain in effect for the region until at least Friday afternoon. Waves and storm surges remain the primary threat. Road, beach, and access closures are intended to prevent major incidents. However, coastline deterioration remains a critical factor, increasing the vulnerability of these communities. The National Park Service has reiterated the importance of staying away from landslide zones. Accumulating debris and wave power pose a constant risk.
No. No.
In just over 5 years, structural losses on the Outer Banks reflect the sustained impact of erosion and changing weather patterns that intensify storm surges and waves. Although Hurricanes Humberto and Imelda do not pose a direct threat of impact on land, their influence in the western Atlantic is sufficient to transform the North Carolina coastline.
No. No.
In August, another hurricane had already put several homes at risk in Rodanthe, also on the Outer Banks. The recurrence of these events has raised concerns for the future of communities living in high-risk areas. The sequence of home collapses, road closures, and coastal flood warnings has become a constant in this stretch of barrier islands. The situation confirms the fragility of these structures in the face of the ocean's force. The combination of erosion, storm surges, and prolonged waves is redefining the coastal landscape. In the coming days, monitoring will continue to assess possible further collapses and the impact of waves on the remaining infrastructure.